you. What's going on, guys? It's been a minute. Been enjoying some nice family time. And tonight, well, that didn't go as planned. I need to fix the display capture. I want to display capture. Which monitor are you going to? Primary monitor. Which is, I guess that's the primary monitor there. There we go. There we go. Okay. Tonight, what I want to do is, over the break, I started working on this system message so that we could essentially alter the underlying goal. And I had a few bugs to fix for it, and now we can. Also, what's been interesting is there's been a lot happening. DeepSeek's out, o3-Mini is out right after that, and they've made at least o3-Mini available through the API. And getting that in there, and then also that finding out that it has a system message. Something really interesting about the o3-Mini is it is really good with tool execution. And I would say the other ones didn't have the system message, and I don't think I even tried if they even could do tool execution. I'm sure I did, and I thought I had at one point passed the system message, but o3-Mini has the same interface as GPT-4o, and that being said, it is much better at tool execution in my opinion. I've been testing it out, and it can do some interesting things, like one-shotting most of the commands that it would be running over a shell exec to curl request to APIs. First shot, more or less, when it makes those, and easily able to recover through errors. And so that is something that we are enhancing as part of this application, because understanding from the actual application front end what is going on underneath is really important, so that you have a clear picture of what's going on, and that you do not need to go digging for that information in the actual infrastructure itself when it should be readily available inside the application. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to round out the system message, and that being said, all I really wanted to do was add I don't even know if I'm going to continue this. There's some stuff I want to fix with the action log. The system message, more or less, on a new chat works. It's just that altering an existing system message currently doesn't work. And so I think we were going to make it to that there's like a default, but we have the ability to kind of copy and paste these, and at the moment I just want to focus on getting the action log fixed, so I think we're going to jump to that. So the title may have been a bit misleading because most of the system message is already completed. We're going to focus on that, and then we will jump into the next. I think that's what we're going to focus on tonight. It's just fixing some of the bugs inside of this issue here. As you can see, there's some overflow issue, and then also if we go to a new chat, the side won't close, so we need to fix that as well. And I wanted to add something I think it would be really cool to add something like terminal react. This was the one that had the most stars, so this is what I ended up kind of going with to. I believe that we might validate first and try to work our way backwards with regards to stars. We might take a look at the other forks. I can't remember how many the other ones had. So let's go ahead and dive in. Okay. So the first thing we do is fix this overflow because it's really annoying. I really would like this to be more sizable, but that's okay. At least we can just make this not run off the edge of the page. Let's go ahead and open up a... Go ahead and open up a new tab with the actual application. Good. Okay, cool. And let's just show you show you guys where we're at. Let me make myself a bit smaller on our page. We've added the ability for this to execute against another container as opposed to executing against the host machine. This is going to be easier for deployments in general. And what we needed to do was build a customized Ubuntu container that just installed a set of dependencies that we believed were going to be good for base level functionality. And I can show that here. I have a exec server container. And then we have GraphChat, which is our actual API. And they are both in a Docker network on my machine. And the way I did that was I did like Docker network connect, and then I specified what the network name was. I think it was like my network. And then I specified each of the containers after they were up, and I could connect these containers after the fact, even if they were already running or it's a part of other pre-existing networks. And that was really cool. That made that work from the perspective of having a interface for passing commands over to that virtual machine for execution and then passing back the response. And you can see that in the action log here, and I'll just go ahead and do a quick demo of that and just show you how good o3-Mini actually is. So let us remove this. And also I'm going to make sure I have the terminal open, because we always want to see when things break, if case, but it is inside the container, so probably all good, but it would be nice to see what's going on from my perspective. I'm going to go Docker logs, and we will go GraphChat. It looks like it's called something different in here. Yeah, so they put chat, GraphChat. Chat, GraphChat. No such container. Oh, it's got a much longer name. I believe that's because I spun it up independently. There we go. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just show you the same command that we ran here so you can see exactly what's going on, and we can kind of explain from there. So we have this system prompt in place, and I'm going to go ahead and just copy this over to a new one, and we're going to say please list the count, please count how many open issues are in this repository. So we've got our system message here, and we can just close that up, but if you'd like to see it, you're an expert software engineer with decades of experience at FANG companies. You are collaborating with other engineers to perform development tasks. At the moment, you are assisting with managing the GitHub repository. This is the name. and then I give it some basic instructions I'd like it to follow along the way. And we can close that up, and you can scroll a little bit if you need to see it during your conversation. And we're going to say, tell us, we need to first enable the actual tool that we want it to use. So the shell exec tool is what it is. And it has the ability to exec over an HTTP endpoint the commands over to the machine. And I'll show that now. So tell me how many open issues are in this repository, please. Should pop up in the action drawer here. You can see that it's just hanging off, but the commands are there. You can see that it's using connection refused. Let's see what I have to fix. I think I might need to tell it it's in the right network. Seems like it may have fallen out of the network. Connection refused. And this is what I meant. The output isn't here, but if I click on another chat and I click back, and then we click on the tool execution, you can see the actual error output that I'm seeing in the logs. And this is because I think it's running. Let me just double check again. I think it's no, it is running on that port. That's interesting. It should be in the same network. I thought I had fixed this earlier. I guess I have not. Interesting enough, I have this working on the actual deployed environment, but the local environment is a little bit more difficult as I did it a bit backwards. So what do we need to do here? Why did the connection get refused? I know that I'm going to go check this network, and the network is going to say that let's do this. I want to give you guys a look at the terminal at least so that you can see what's going on. However unuseful that may be, it's there. What we need to do is figure out. So here's our running container. So let's just open this up a bit more. It's just too much. Too much. I think we're gonna have to go back. Maybe do a little bit of that. There. Okay. You can't read this. I can read this. I'm not really looking at the chat, so I apologize if anybody is. Nope, all good, all good, all good. Just checking. But I thought that we're already in the right network, so let's just double check the network. So Docker network ls, chat default. Docker network, Docker inspect chat default. I want to say it's going to have both of these containers there. That have everything. It's got. So why is it not working across chat default? Is the existing container up that's not Docker inspect exec server? Should be. It's in chat default network. Oh. Why did my connection get refused? Can we just try again? If I just start a new chat. See, that's why I don't know if I need to go add a default yet, because that just works at the moment where it doesn't change. And see, the action log should have closed too when I started a new chat, so we need to fix that. It's one of the pieces. So it's executing. Looks like it's running into some issues. There it is, max retry. Connection refused. How boring is this? Just kidding, sometimes this happens. We have to establish why this thing is not... Is it not running? Let's do that. I think maybe we've killed the Tmux terminal inside of this container by accident, and we need to double check it. Exec server, bash, and tmux ls. That is our issue. Okay, so this thing is... Can we restart it? Exit docker, restart exec server? I don't think that'll work. I think I'll need to go run... Oh, you know what? I probably just lost the history. No, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm fine. It's not gonna come... Oh, that is really cool. So that worked. Okay, so the tmux server is back now. That is really cool. Tmux attached. So that was one of the things that the custom Docker image does. Is just it should boot that, and I was just wanting to test to see if that would happen on restart, and it does, which is excellent. So that means that this should work now. So anytime that restarts, dude, that's good recovery right there. That's good recovery. Let's go ahead and see where we go. Okay, now let's see what happens. Let's go all the way back down to the bottom of these logs, and this is going to be much more exciting with these logs here. I think this is good for you guys too. It's good for me, it's good for you, it's good for all of us. Alright, let's see this thing blow up, okay? Please tell me the count of open issues in the repository. And send it. See where we get. We're getting an execution. Boom. There we go. See? So that worked perfectly. It was just the server was down internally in this, but it is making an execution. I can't see it here. It's throwing curl, but this is the overflow bug that I was talking about. But let's just say, which is the latest issue created? I don't think that should have happened. Oh no, there we go. Okay, yeah. And there you can see, as a user, let's go double check this over here in GitHub, and you can go to issues, and you see, as a user, I would like the chat area shown. We can go look at this, and you can see chat text area, more lines. Perfect. So we know that it is making requests from the Ubuntu virtual machine container from our API agent, or our AI agent. Okay. So we know that we've fixed that issue for our development environment. Now, let's dive into getting this issue fixed over here. I want to make sure that let's fix our overflow issue first. That should be probably the first task here. Fixing the unscoped part is also annoying, so let's possibly try to make sure that that happens as well if the current conversation is no longer in scope. Huh. And that could be simple, dead simple, or it could be a bit more, at least, thoughtful. Let's dive in there. Let's move the terminal over to the right. We don't need that at the moment. And we can close this action log. We can get rid back to the actual application. And now let's at least have it so when we click away from this, the action log gets taken away. So we don't want it to be scoped when we start clicking on it. Like when we click on other tools, that works fine because the other one gets scoped in. This is going to be probably a pretty long one, so it's taking a minute. There it goes. See, now it's scoped because it's just a long. Interesting. I've never seen that before. That's pretty interesting that it rendered the actual image. That's funny. I think it's because I'm throwing it in the markdown block, but it rendered the image in some of the actual text. Let's get the overlap fixed so that we can see some stuff. Darn. I don't know how we're gonna do that. Okay. Let's close the side drawer. Let's pull open our editor, but before I do that, I'm going to put you guys on pause so I can just make sure that things come up properly. And get out of this. We're going to exit the tmux because we know everything is up and running. I need to make it so that it should be able to pull the logs inside of there, and we can watch that from the tmux session. But I need to update this local container. Okay. $43. Been on for, I don't know, probably 20 minutes. Yeah, man, I forgot to say that when I got on stream. I shaved the beard. Yeah. What's going on, Steven? Yeah, I was gonna say something too. I was like, you know what, I probably should say something when I get on stream, and I just completely forgot. Ah, that's funny, man. That's funny. I can see how that can happen. I can see how that can happen. You're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Man, o3-Mini, crazy, man. It's good. In kind of like a scary way. I added it to the application, and it does have like the system message part, and it is able to do a tool execution, and I'm sure it's multimodal as well, and I haven't even added that to this. I can do it from the API, I just can't do it from the application yet, and I'm pretty impressed with how good it does. Yeah, that's an interesting. I never thought about. I'm curious to see what the workflow is for studying for tests for it. Do you use it to like build you an AI, an application interface that quizzes you to some extent? That would be interesting. That would probably take a long time. I think you could probably do that. I'm not really. I haven't seen OpenAI's kind of version of the Canvas like Claude has. But I also wanted to be able to facilitate that in some way here as well, because this action log that I've built into this should be able to. We should be able to render a dynamic interface for whatever the input is of this tool execution from this specific tool that gets inserted. Feed it into my practice test on a unit, and then that makes sense. That's cool. Alright, let's see. So we need to fix this overflow. I need to bring it up before, because you guys cannot see anything at the moment. And let's see. Alright, what's that? Oh, sandbox, like always. Lane graph, templates, chat. Whoops. I don't see it yet. Okay. Terminal just exploded like it always does. Abracadabra. Come on. There we go. That's good. No secrets there for now. I don't think I need to do anything on the back end at the moment. So we can close that. We're going to do everything on the front end for now. I'm going to get everything cleaned up so we can get going. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I need to create a new branch, I think, for this. Because I'm not going to be working on the same thing that I'm working on at the moment. So let's go get the terminals pulled up so you guys can see things. Wouldn't that be nice? Alright. And now I gotta blow this thing up. Get used to the... Alright, let's do this. Alright, I've got it all clean for you guys. Voila. Let's do some coding. I'm gonna kind of move me over here, maybe? Maybe that's cool? Whoa, oh, I'm floating. I don't know. Maybe right here. That's good. That's nice. Not in the way of anything. Let me just double check how the music's gonna do. I tried to stream from a coffee shop while I was on a little vacay, and forgot to fix the screen. All good though. Learned a lesson. Alright. Oh, it's okay. And then we get our actual application pulled up. It's small, but that'll work. Okay, so what's the name of the issue that we were working on? 130. This one says 131. Yeah, no, 131. That's what we want to be on. Okay, so let's go back here, get checkout. Development. Let's just make sure that we have all the latest changes. It's always good to do, but it's best practice. Get checkout dash B. It's kind of a bug fix. 131 action log overflow. Let's make sure we update our change log. So we're going to do bash backend scripts changelog, which is our script that should create our changelog change here. And then the next thing we want to do is commit that so we can make one change for the initial edits. It's not called that, it's actually called bug fix, and it's 131. And we can now go over to Git and just kind of make this ultra wide. We can go over to our pull requests, we can grab our branch name, which was bug fix. Grab that here. Then once I actually get this like container wired up with like get credentials on my own private one. Yeah, I'm gonna move myself back over to the right. I just get lost on different screens. Left, the left side. It's Sunny going crazy too. Oh, and Sunny going crazy too. Yeah. Whenever you shave and you have kids and they're very young, they. What do you mean going crazy? I forgot which. I lost track. I lost context for what you probably mentioning, maybe. Sunny going crazy too at the coffee shop. Haha. Which coffee shop? Now I can't remember what you're talking about. Oh yes. Well, Sunny wasn't that bad. Actually, you couldn't even really. Sunny was not. I guess if he was like trying to throw food or something, yeah. I mean, it wasn't an ideal place to stream. Let's just say that. Okay. So we've got the merge request. He was throwing them hands at me. He always be throwing them hands. We gotta fix that. He needs a chill bit. Alright. Well, okay. I'm gonna try to get this done so I can come to sleep. So we got our merge request here. We need to fix this overlap, maybe. We got this overlap thing. Oh, that didn't overlap, but some of this other stuff does. Let's see, this one doesn't overlap either. I mean, it isn't overlapping, is it? It's just getting so condensed. Nope, that one's hanging off. Or not overlapping, but overflowing. That one appears to be hanging off, but we need to go back over to the actual... This one's appearing to hang off. Why does it hang off? It's because this can be too big to some extent. Overflow X. There should be a max, you would think. Like, there should be a max. Like, can I do max with 100 px and then that work? I don't think that works. It did much. Okay, love you too. There's something going on here. Like, can I? Let's see. Why do these... This div is not... This div seems like it should not allow that. Like, that should not be allowed to go that... Come on, let me edit it. Let me edit. I can't click it fast enough. There we go. Okay. Max with... Now I know this should, like... Okay. So, like I said, I feel like that one should control it to some extent. Just like these... What do these look like? Do they not show me at all? Not even... You ain't even gonna entertain me. Okay. So 200 px. What's 300 px? I mean, it is pretty static at the moment. That seems to be fine. It's actually doing the overflow correctly. Man. Can we try this a few other times? Yeah, I mean, that works better. It's still ugly. I really need this to be able to be resized. But this fixes the overflow. What happens when we go up or down? I think in 300s are max, it looks like. Right when we get to 300, it gets worse. I mean, even 300 is not great. Let's try like 280 px. Nah, I think it maybe 290. That's at least more symmetrical. But that is getting funky at the end. Why won't it let me... There's no padding inside of this thing? Inside of the card, there's no padding? At least on the right side there isn't. EY. Okay, so they just don't have... No, do it on all. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, so what are we gonna do? I mean, to fix our overflow is if we set a static value for that. I mean, at the moment, it seems like that's the best play. To get past this issue and then get to the next where we can fix these bugs and close this thing down correctly. Because we need it to do where it's, if it's unscoped, it needs to close. If it changes, if not set, if the ID is not set for the conversation, I mean, I think these are things I need to set inside of the actual drawer for like it to close. Let's go find this div. Am I already running the front end somewhere? It appears so. Where that is, I'm not sure. Let's ls of I5173. It does appear that it's up. I just do not know where I'm running it from. Do I have a team-up session going or something? I'm in that team-up session. Oh, it's going right here. Okay, cool. Okay, perfect. So we know that's already running. We don't need to even have our front end going. We have our back end running here anyways in Docker. And we need to go find the actual part where it says the current model can. That's not actually what's showing there, huh? This tool thing would probably be a pretty easy find. Let's see. Lucid wrench. Let's go do a code search for that. Lucid wrench. There's no space? No, that's spelled correctly. Front end. Include that. What are you talking about? You say it right there. Maybe it's not. It's because the library. It's not mine. That makes sense. Wrench. ahead and call it this. Let's find a new component. Interesting. Okay, cool. Output status. That's probably a better one. Where's that at? Oh, I have to have that statically set. There's error status. Okay, find that status. There it is. Cool. Okay. Now that we have this, we have to figure out where this div is. That we there's a div. I bet that's it right there. Watch. I mean, class. Oh, wonder what that means. That's not what I. No, don't just go cop. See, come on, Copilot. Max. I don't know what that's gonna mean either. Nah, let's say 300px. Like, yeah, I mean that's gonna bump up right against it. I don't like that that has no space on the end. Probably because it needs to be not just text. It probably needs to be like an actual Python log. Nice. Welcome, Big Rick, over on YouTube. Yeah. Can you? How was this? Is it the music may be low? Is my voice okay? Can you hear me okay? Voice. Sounds like that might be okay. I'm also trying to figure out the right volume on the music too, so if the music, let's bring the music like that maybe? So don't want it to be overbearing. Please turn your mic up. Ah, okay. Yeah, that may be the bigger issue. Hold on a second. Yeah, I don't know if the mic's gonna work because I have that. Let's see. That's running through NVIDIA bot. Let's try to just remove NVIDIA broadcast from that. I appreciate you on it out. How about that? Does that work any better? That's not going through NVIDIA broadcast anymore, so that's literally the raw. I don't think that's going to get you much better. Seems to be, it's not bumping into the red on OBS. I did a test of the quality of the audio a little bit ago, and the headphones suck. The microphone was also bad. Got it. I wonder if it's because the audio is coming through the computer. That might be. The mic is the camera, so I'd have to get like way up in it. So apologies. I'll have to fix that on the next stream. I appreciate you calling it out, though. Let me try throwing on the headphones and seeing if that helps at all. I wonder if the audio is trying to be calibrated at any point. So now I have the headphones on, but this headset, I doubt is going to have any better microphone. Yeah. Compressor in OBS. is it like a filter? Add filter, compressor, okay. Alright, so I have compressor on there. Ask ChatGPT how to set up the audio compressor filter. that's a good point. I don't know why that just happened. How to set up audio compressor. Let's turn the tools off at least too. Compressor. Oh, what the heck? Where'd the system message go? Oh, is that on another? I have to merge another. I have to go merge that merge request into this. Damn it. Okay, I'll have to go do that. Let's see. Let's see what o3-Mini gives us. o3-Mini's been weird about formatting things. Alright, let's go to actual ChatGPT. Let's see. Try to sit a little closer, but I do need to get that fixed. Let's see. Right clicking, choose parameter. I already got that up. Let's go. Let's go. I've got that. Let's see. What do we got? Threshold. Set this TV to 18. What's your opinion of showing your face on TikTok or just using images for a video? I don't know. I'm not on TikTok. I can't answer that one. It could go. I'm more of a just get in front of the camera and talk and then chop it up and figure out what to do with it kind of guy. So, you know, if you don't have to show your face, that's even better. If it's gonna if it's gonna be just as good of content. Okay. Ratio around 3 or 4 to 1. It's a good balance of vocal quality. A higher ratio results in aggressive compression. A more I need to maximize vocal volume. Let's see if this gives us a bit more accuracy. We are using o3-Mini, not high. Come on. Get through your chain of thought. Still says same things. I wonder if it's being like diluted by its previous responses. Is often good for starting vocal points, okay. Let's go up to 4. And it says that negative 18 around there for compression gauge on louder moments. Use around 6 milliseconds. I think everything else is going to be. This boost brings the overall level of compressed signal, making quieter parts louder. So that may be what we want. Let's try that. Close. Now I have that on. I don't know if that's going to be any better. I think it should be on though. Went to filters, compressor. Oh, I need to put it onto the actual device. Desktop audio, the mic? Audio input control. I don't see it on here. Side chain. That's probably not what I need then. The output gain. Okay, so let's go up to like 5 then. Maybe 10. I don't know. Let's say 10. I think it's on. Oh, okay, yeah, it definitely started coming on because I can see now it's. Yeah, okay, so 10's too much. Sorry. This is good. Is it? I'm breaking the bars sometimes on the bar. Should it go down a bit though? Properties. That's not what I was. Come here. Give me. Oh, filters. Duh. Let's try this at 7. Hello. Okay. I don't know. It seems like it's not busting the bar anymore. I think we're good. 7. Are we good? Nice. Thank you. Thank you, Big Brick. I appreciate it. Here. I'm gonna go to your channel. I'm gonna give you a subscribe. Okay. Back to biz. Thank you for the help. I appreciate that. Good thing. I'm glad I learned. I need to go dig into that compressor a little bit and understand it a bit more. All right. Nice. Cool. Well, I'm building a. I think it's important to have my own infrastructure for the whole AI agents piece, and I've picked LangGraph as my framework of choice a long time ago, and so I've tried to make something that's super flexible and has all the things that I need and all the things that I want to do, and I'm trying to build that into this. So I've equipped this with o3-Mini. I also, my favorite tool to kind of utilize is the another container that's an Ubuntu container. So I can do like basically have its own virtual machine execution environment and not also be in the same host system as the API agent container where the chat application exists. So that's what we have here. Welcome to the stream. Tonight I'm just fixing a couple of things on the application. I use ChatGPT and Midjourney and local LLMs. I have a 1070. I can run larger models. Yeah, I do a lot of the same. Like I use a lot of OpenAI's API. I haven't used a lot of Midjourney stuff just because I've been in the application code stuff. Local LLMs. I also have Ollama built into this. If I started it up, it should work. But I have Ollama built into this to have the open source models as well. I haven't really done any evaluations with them lately, but O3 is really promising in comparison with regards to tool execution. Okay. Let's see what this. Let's go back to this answer here. 4 to 6. It has some different answers. It seems to be somewhat relevant. I don't know why this o3-Mini's output's all janky. Okay, back to it. We need to fix the overlap. It does appear that we did that here now. It just is not great. Let's go back. Let's get it so that when we make sure that when we select new chats, this all gets cleared out, because that is not good at the moment. Let's get our terminal pulled back up so we can see what the action is, if there is any, which there's currently not, because everything is happening over here in the code editor, which is good. And let's see here.